I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.
Jesus Christ, Sheriff, unplug some speakers, would you? What do we got going on right now? This is Batman is the Architect of Reality. I'm going to put a disclaimer out there right now. I've been drinking all fucking night long. I'm 3.5 sheets to the wind. We did a bunch of streams earlier this evening, and then we did UFC in VC earlier tonight. So yeah, it's 12:10 a.m. right now, Pacific Coast time. So we're gonna see how much I can tolerate of him before I fucking hit the eject button and fucking snap and turn myself into a fucking drunken grease fire. Hey, we'll see what's going on. All right, what do we got? Batman is the Architect of Reality. Skip, Mimi, red screen, John Cole. Let's go. Let's see what we got. And of course, get this moved over. Yeah, actually, Skip, we were talking about you. I got it paused. We were talking about you early. We haven't seen you around these parts lately. So, yeah, I think Sham was going to reach out, but let me
for Batman Radio. How's
here we
everybody
go.
doing? All right. We're just gonna try to do a show here. You know, like I said, first of all, I need to get everybody financially supporting as much as possible. That's the main goal right now. Like I said, it's all going really well, man. I keep averaging numbers. It's just incredible. You know what I mean? So, we just keep pushing forward and, hope for the best and that's it. You know what I mean? There's still challenges, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but we're moving forward. My movement and everything I'm doing speaks for itself. And just that simple. You know what I mean? But I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, man. We just, I decided that I'd do a live stream for y'all. So it's more so for y'all in the audience, you know what I mean? And I don't know. It's easy money from here on out, man. It's so simple. You know what I mean? We just keep this on autopilot. We come on here and we make our money. You know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean? And that's what happens when you're dedicated and you're diligent, you know what I'm saying? And you're actually kicking facts and everything I do over here is real. So I'm just proud, beyond proud of myself. You understand? So like I said, I mean, when you're a creator and you actually know how to create and you're doing the real thing, it's an amazing feeling, man. You know what I mean? Truly. It is an amazing feeling, you know what I mean? It's just I don't even know how to explain it to you. I created all this completely independent thought. Like I said, I did all this with God. Um it's just been a hell of a journey, man. It's just been crazy, man. There's been a lot of obstacles. Like I said, there still is, and I just do my best to continue to overcome. And God has really shown me that with God, I feel like we can overcome all obstacles and anything at all.
What's up, Negasonic?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Just took a good. Just took a break. I'm having a Quentin Tarantino movie marathon, and every time the N word said, I take a hit off a joint.
Kind of like in remembrance of what's his name from Patrick. What was his name?
Patrick Green, Peter Green,
Peter Green. Peter Green. Yes,
Peter Green. Yes, or the Zed from Pulp Fiction.
from Pulp Fiction. Yeah.
All that
Zed is
gets in our
dead.
path.
Ah,
You did have to applaud for that. That's kind of
Um,
morbid, Sheriff.
like I said, it is funny, man,
yeah.
because I'm really not that much of a
Yeah, I
talker,
got
man.
you.
I just
Maybe
talk
it's
on
up
here
there.
because I do radio. I'm really like a, you know, quiet, reserved individual, for the most part.
He sounds very melancholy right
Let's see
now.
here.
Little
Hi,
bit.
Trina. How you doing? Um, but yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about, but I just figured I'd do this for y'all and give y'all a
Sticky.
stream, and
What are you doing?
y'all can talk with me and talk amongst each other. That's perfectly fine. You know, like I said, man, I got over 7 bikes in inventory.
7.
I need homeboys and
$2,100.
friends that know how to fix them and fix the tires and stuff. People who actually know how to work on them, and it's seeming real hard to find that.
He seems in
Steaming.
Just a
down
couple of
spirits,
different things.
dude.
You know what I
He's
mean?
been
The other guy
crying
was
for
talking about
2.5
that
days.
maybe for real cheap I could get like an electric scooter on like Facebook Marketplace.
You said today you don't need a scooter.
You were
Hey,
saying
what's
or
up?
something like that. I've never
What's
heard of
up,
that.
Skip?
I've heard of that, but I've never heard of like I
Yep,
didn't know
Snip's
you could do
alive.
that.
We were
So I don't
checking.
know. Anytime. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to look into that when I can. But like I said, right now I don't have funds like that. Don't have money like that. You know, that's all I'm hoping for, man. I'm just hoping and praying that we'll get the finances and get the money. You know what I mean? That's the only way that we can. I mean, the only way is God. Let me get that addressed. The only way is not money. The only way is God, first of all. But God will provide the money and provide a budget, and God provides. You know, money is not always bad. I think money is a spiritual thing. Sometimes, depending on who you are, good people make money too, and
Jesus
I
Christ.
think I'm going to make a lot of money. I don't know. I could just see all this success coming. You know what I mean? Like I can see it. I can feel it. If you look on here and you actually pay attention, which that all the jellyfish, they're definitely paying attention.
So fucking gay.
And that's what's so funny. These people, their efforts are completely pointless. They're trying so hard and they want minimum. They're really not.
So Mimi, what's up?
Hey,
Hey, maybe.
hey, Negasonic.
Holy shit, she's not roboting.
Do I usually robot?
Wasn't
Little,
a I'm
huh?
just kidding.
Not
I'm just
trying
fucking with
hard.
you.
They try hard, and then at the
What's up,
same time,
halfway?
they don't want to work. For anything. You know, they want the
Halfway.
accolades, they want the rewards, just like they all want to be in my position, but they don't want to put the work in necessary to do it or to get in my position. And it's just crazy because that's exactly the biggest difference between us. And now it's been shown to the world on a public avenue, and they're always aloof and always not paying
Flublix.
attention, or they're in denial of reality. And I mean, the whole world is already behind me, brother. Okay. I mean, everybody has already validated me without me asking. I never needed outside validation, and I keep explaining this to y'all. So,
Stupid ass
number
clown.
one, I mean, you're vastly outnumbered at this point because I got so many people on the wave. Like, who's not messing with me heavy at this point? Like, Batman is everything. Like I'm a superstar, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know what I mean? Like folks can feel however they want, do what they want, say what they want. Like I said,
Skip's in your DMs, Mimi. He's sliding. He slip sliding.
you'll get no
Oh,
reaction. You know what I mean? No reaction, probably no
okay, Peter.
response. I mean, really no response because it's a waste of my time. Once I see that, what folks on and I analyze their behavior in their game and I see, oh, some folks really
Analyzes it.
just want attention.
Anal it.
And a lot of these folks, they just jelly
He's
because I
gonna
have
go
a
down
full
in the
scale
annals of
business and
history.
because
The
I'm going on
annals
my
of
third year as
history.
the real Batman and I've been, absolutely nothing but
In fact, the annals of time. These were the
successful. So
Anal
naturally
stalls
they
and
feel some type of
Batman
way,
halls.
because of that success. And it's like, I mean, that's perfectly fine. That's your,
through the sands of time. What was
your
the
choice. I
goddamn
mean,
soap opera?
everybody's welcome to feel however,
Uh,
Um,
wait. The days of our lives.
Days of Our
Like
Lives.
sands through
Yes.
the hourglass. These are the
Yeah.
days of our lives.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
I've explained everything. I mean, reality is
God, I hate
reality.
that I know
Reality
that.
is all proven. All of my statements are proven.
Dude, when I was in my fucking teens, my mother would record on VHS fucking All My Children, General Hospital, One Life to Live, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
would watch that shit when I got home after like football practice and shit like that, like a pussy.
Yep, I would watch it when I would play hooky from school. I'd play sick, and my mom, she knew better, so she'd be like, "All right, but you're not getting control of the TV, and you're not going to go play." So I was forced to sit there on the couch and watch the goddamn soap operas.
There's nothing like sitting there watching you gotta say goddamn soap operas, ABC, CBS, and NBC during the day, whatever it
Yep.
was. We had our preferences. Mine was ABC because it was that General Hospital, One Life to Live, and blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
And when you first started watching, you're like, God, I'm a pussy. Then you're like, I'm fucking dialed in.
I can
Nope.
honestly say I never got dialed into the soap operas.
Yeah.
I just, cartoons, and then in my teens, porn,
All of my statements are proven, right?
and to this
And
day, porn.
like I said, here we just discuss reality, and that's it. You know what I mean? So again,
Mm.
Okay.
it's easy arithmetic, man. It's easy math,
Easy arithmetic. Joey using those two words in the same sentence. Easy arithmetic, which we call Joey math around here.
arithmetic. Like let's go over the digits again for y'all real quick, since I know they're in their feelings.
Oh
You know what I
God.
mean?
Here we go.
Yeah, it's all good. I mean, the bat cycle, I don't need it, brother. I mean, I'll walk 30 plus miles. I can probably walk like 60 miles in a day if I really wanted. Um, I mean, I need it. I get what you're saying. It'd be cool, but like I said, there's nothing I can do about it right now. That's why like I needed help with all this stuff and I never got it. One of my friends,
Fucking
he's
Raleigh
going through his own
Jones.
stuff. I haven't even seen him in like a while. I saw him at one point and we talked and I found out what was going on. But he was the only one that I know that could have really helped me. Another friend of mine that I recently made, he's going through it. So, I can't, I don't, it's been weird, man. It's been hard, man. There's been a lot of people going through a lot of stuff. So, you know, I just don't have help for what I'm trying to do. And,
Good.
it's difficult when you're all by yourself in it and you're doing it all alone. And that's the thing people don't get. I may be famous on social media, but I'm completely alone. I've got God with me, but I've done this all by myself. I'm in these streets by myself. I'm doing everything by myself, and that's what people don't get. I go on the missions by myself. You know what I mean? What happened? Repeat that, Ace. Here, let me check the math real quick. Hold up.
Hold up. We could be here a minute. Joey's going to recheck math.
Oh when some trolls in his chat are hitting the heart and 100% and party buttons. Jesus Christ. Ace,
So
Trina,
like I said, the next
Riley
check,
Jones, you guys suck.
we already up over $146 and some change.
146. So I did the math earlier on the last stream. He's estimated on his next check, July 21st to be about $207.
Give me
So
You
he's
around
mean
out of
January
money
12.
already?
21st?
Say again, maybe?
He's out of money already?
Oh,
Of course. Never
Out of.
mind.
You say
how?
that like he's had some.
Well, I know that somebody gave him 100 something or whatever, and I ain't really paid attention to him since.
No, he got his YouTube cash.
Oh, we got his YouTube money too. That's all gone.
A month ago, yeah.
Yeah, so what did he talk about on his stream earlier? I missed that one.
Homeboy. He's just been hitting up Homeboy again. He bashed Homeboy for about 2 days straight. And then Homeboy came to the park today, gave him a couple bucks, took some video shoots with him and shit like
Saw
that.
that.
Yeah. And then went back on his
Yay.
way. So yeah, he bashed him for 2 days and then he got what he needed and he's moving on again.
I go look at the other one.
I wish he'd get rid of that shit.
He will. He did this a few years ago. He had the laugh track and all that for a while,
And
and
then
then he
yeah, like I
stopped.
said, I think we're at like
We must have found it again.
$396 and like 22 cents to my name. That's including everything that's accrued and everything that's going to be coming in. Like I said, in the middle of a Great Depression. We're in the middle of the greatest.
All right, I'm going to go throw my name in the hat to where he's in the mom's spare bedroom tonight versus being at the driving range, awning bathroom versus being at the park, because he's been switching up the last few nights. Now it sounds like he's back inside mom's house.
Yeah, he's talking very low, normal.
Depression that this
Yep.
world has ever seen, and everybody acts aloof to it like they don't understand.
Well, you have to work.
So first,
well, Mimi, he's been changing paths. He's been getting run up on with like employees and law enforcement and shit like that. Different areas he's been in at the last few nights.
First thing here, nothing needs to be explained, brother. If you have a seat at the table here and you're part of, the group here, so to speak, if you have a seat at the table, you're good over here in this chat room. As far as any outsiders trying to come over here and type or whatever you're on, like I said, you will not be acknowledged. Everything that you type, it'll be completely ignored. It's completely irrelevant. It's a waste of our time and my time, and you will respect my audience. And it's just that simple. And this is what these folks don't get, is how easy it is. You know what I mean? When you're successful, they don't understand with success comes power. You understand, when you're a genius and you're smart. So, folks are going to have a real hard time. Because they just are on the same thing. All these people are repeating the same cycles of failure. It all comes from their unresolved issues. It has nothing to do with me. Again, I don't know you. We don't have a relationship. I don't speak to you. So again, what is your purpose and place, and what are you trying to say? Again, no public statement has been issued. Right. And again, people are not in a position to issue a public statement because, again, they have absolutely no credibility. When I get on here, I don't talk fake. I don't talk in any other sense other than being the boss that I am. I'm a CEO.
All right, Mimi, you're on here twice. Which one do I remove?
Oh,
Here, I'm going to remove both of you and then come back up. I'm going to add. I don't know which one to add. All right, there you go.
could have
Companies.
left.
Again, I own billions in
come
equity,
back.
mansion in a state, over
you're
2,000
good.
jewelry, my own car lot. I pay
You're
over
fine
100
now.
bucks for it every month. Mineral rights, oil royalties. I'm wearing 530 on my wrist. Got you pissed. Again, did I say I
Got you
have over
pissed.
2,000 in jewelry in my own car lot? I technically own about 5 cars still, all luxury whips. And I pay over $100 every month. Last I checked, that's being wealthy and rich. There you go, Trina. Exactly. Right. And anything that is a waste of our time, why would we acknowledge it? And that's what these folks don't get. If you even blink once, you gonna miss something. If you are on some kind of other energy other than positivity, well, you're not a part of this. So it's very simple. I mean, you can act out, you can repeat cycles, you could do whatever you want. These folks have the same, behaviors over and over again. And for some reason, it's so funny because they really believe
I was going
that
to
they're
say, smoke 'em
accomplishing
if you got 'em.
something. And it's just so funny. I'm a
That's
grown
going.
man. My only responsibility is, to do what I need to do and to try to make money and profit and climb up the ranks and come up in the game. Um, I'm already the highest ranking individual in the spiritual realm. I'm the highest ranking individual out here in these streets. And in reality, again, we operate above the
Jesus
feds.
Christ.
Again, I'm a genius and I am just nothing but a regular civilian. I'm a servant for God. Okay. And I happen to be the soldier for God and the elite soldier and perfect soldier that God created right in front of you. So, again, nothing here is entertainment. It's just that I'm really good at entertaining. I'm not just an entertainer. I can be and am, and I'm the greatest entertainer of all time, but I'm the
That's right,
enforcer
Sticky.
and the enforcer of divine law, meaning that, we don't play games. We don't play around. We don't run to other people for our problems. We
Is Skippy getting hornist?
just,
I don't know, but you better not be
literally get
putting him
our
on
own
his glass.
justice, just like the Sneeds have done since the beginning of time.
Sneeds.
That's such a terrible fucking name, too, dude. I mean, if that was my last name, I would literally do everything I could to change it.
Come on, Negasonic. We haven't heard one in a long time. Give us a Black Dragon Sneed.
Okay, Mr. Sneed.
There it is.
So these folks don't get I'm
Mimi
above
left.
the law already, literally. Okay, just like my ancestors were, and you can look it up. I mean, look up John Beale Sneed and what he
I
did.
had two of them on here. I had one up, and then I switched back, and then she was up again, and then I had one, and then
Yeah.
Okay,
For,
my
for those
people
of you
have
that don't
been,
know, John
defeating.
Beale Sneed got cucked and then shot the guy who stole his wife in the back
yeah.
like a coward. So they were not gangsters. They were not outlaws and whatnot. He comes from a long line of cucks.
Okay. Well, we just had a conversation about Skip in fucking Mimi's DMs, and
And now she's coming.
if he was getting honest, and now Mimi types that she's coming. Great.
Well, we better wipe your fingers before you touch your phone, Mimi.
Great. Trying to keep it a family show, and we got these two fuckers ejacking. God damn.
I know, man.
Can't even re-stream Joey. God, I'm kidding.
Mr.
Cases
Sneed.
for a long time. We're gangsters. We don't play. And it is what it is. And folks are going to have to learn to embrace that fact. And that is why, I am vengeance. That's exactly where it comes from. Because again, the entire depictions and every depiction that was ever created and made was about me. And that's the truth that,
Smoke 'em
the
if you got
world
'em.
is either already embracing or they will come to embrace. But I'm here now in the physical form. And it's just that simple, man. That people out here riding horses all the time. Where are you at, Ace? In the country somewhere?
Donovan.
You can let me know if you want. And we're gonna get to that too. You know what I mean? That's the thing. These folks, it's so funny how, like, let's go over the facts. I sold a 50-acre property I owned and had the deed to. I sold it for over $100,000.
Now it's over. All of a
devoid
sudden, just like everything else, everything increases in value.
Yeah.
That's
What
7 bikes.
what are you talking about?
The property that that he
He
sold.
sold about
Oh.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Now it's worth
Oh,
over. He sold it for over $100,000.
of knowledge will say silly things like,
He didn't get
you
shit.
had 50 acres and blah 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 or whatever, or you sold it for that. Yeah, that's a fair price too, given the location, right? That's what I was told. It wouldn't be a matter of knowledge at that point. It would be a matter of, you know, that's on them. That's their decision. Does that make sense? So, I mean, I don't
No.
have to explain anything because it's just so funny to me when
None.
people try to act like they're giving me advice or telling me anything, but you're not in the position. So you want to talk about 50 acres, but it's a figment of your imagination because, well, most of you or none of you will ever have it. You see the difference?
Well, appreciate that.
Another
Donovan 9009. I'm not sure when or how I subbed to you, but I am. We appreciate that.
There you
This
go.
is a
Smoke them if
get,
you got them.
So yes, 50 acres can go for 100,000. It should have been 150,000. They wouldn't give me an easement. And again, I believe it had everything allegedly to do with Carly Fiorina, right? Since she owns the land behind it. Again, I don't focus on other people. I don't focus on none of these people. I bring the facts and talk about the facts. And we have a lot of folks and their feelings. You know, and that's the thing.
Donovan, if you're new or not somebody else under an alt, I have no idea, but
Oh,
this guy's completely retarded. He's crazy. And
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into I'm not going to get into the whole lore, but if you want to pay attention, myself and there's some other links to some other channels and shit like that. If you want to get back into the lore, it goes years and years and years. So we're just going to keep following this one because it's late. I'm just going to keep it grooving tonight.
You have a lot of people that want to pretend and act as if there's some
I
kind
was
of
going to
back and
say,
forth.
Sheriff, it's past your curfew.
Brother, I don't know any of you.
No, I gave 12:30 was my cutoff tonight, and he went live like right around midnight. So yeah.
I'm right here. Like I said, I stand on business every day. I stand my ground. You know, I'm 36 years old. I'm going to be 40 in 4 years. I
You look
mean,
like
you know, there's no
60.
back and forth with anybody. I mean, especially folks I've never met and don't know. Okay? Everyone has been defeated. Again, I'm the man who put Empower Network out of business. I'm the man who shut down illegal organizations. Like I said, I used to do it hands on. I'm the man who shuts down cartel illegal operations in my sleep. It's easy for me. Like I
Wow.
said, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm the man who defeated all the gangs. So, you know, when people talk to me, if you say my name, you know, I mean, shouldn't you know what you're doing and
Say
who
my
you're talking
name, say
about?
my
You know what I
name.
mean? So, you know, again, you know, folks are silly, man. You know, we just don't have time for it. You know, like Trina said, we're here to build, we're here to get support, we're here to get financial support. This is the mob. Okay, that's what I am. I'm the mob, the actual original mob. That's what my descendants and lineage is. You're hearing the mob. So just understand that, folks.
All right. His definition of the mob currently, as it was spoken today, is singular. He doesn't roll with anyone. So therefore, he is the entire mob.
Oh, his entire
And
group
like
of
I tell
people.
you, this is
Yeah.
the real,
I
you know,
showed
I'm the
some of
real
the
deal,
mob today.
Holyfield, actual Texas gangster from the
Excuse me.
past. And I
Oh,
make
no.
Al Capone look like a mouse, mind you.
Yep, they were working out the real
And that's the
mob.
thing. It's so funny because folks can't make up their mind. They want to have their cake and eat it too. You know, all it is just the same game of, oh, we want to pretend. And like I said, nobody's going to be able to get a reaction or a response out of me ever. Right. And it's like, they want to all pretend they have that narc amnesia going on. Right. And act like they forgot about my entire past. Because I got a really rough past. Like I've done a lot.
All right, Skip. It's all right. We have confirmation. Skip is Hornist. He spelled it wrong. He's Hornested. He's past tense. Hornist. So you already unhornist yourself. Oh, come on. It's a family show, Skip.
You know what I mean? So like that's the thing. Like I
I
get busy, I
dehornist
don't talk.
myself.
You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm the enforcer of divine law. I'm an actual enforcer, right? And I'm the mob. So you would be able to, you know, like figure that out who I am, right? So it don't get no more gangster than me. It don't get, you know, any worse than me. It don't get any tougher than me. I'm a walking nightmare. You understand? Literally.
Shit.
So that's what I'm saying. Again, you know, folks don't understand that it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who it is. Everyone has to embrace reality. Everyone will respect my name You
Nope.
understand? And it's just that simple. And like I said, I mean, as far as like internet games and stuff, I mean, God sees all. You know what I mean? So like God handles everything, bro. God is gonna always defend me and protect me and come to bat for me. And you people are just gonna have to understand that, because I'm guessing you already do.
You're too full of demons.
All right. Was Nega and Skip, were they fucking cranking like on a contest? Like,
So,
What?
you know, again,
Were we having
I'm
a
a
jerk a jerk
yeah,
a jerk
Sticky.
relay?
Yeah, Stick just made a fucking comment. Um,
Oh, really? What did Sticky say? Skip, you
They're
need to quit. That's
Skip, you
Nega's
need to
thing.
quit.
Oh,
That's Nega's thing, dog.
they're
he's
talking
talking
about me.
about going after me because I'm gonna put him on the glass guy. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so just going downhill skiing. And I'm just the moderator in between. What? So that would make me fucking run to the polls. God damn it.
you're the jizz mopper.
Fuck. I just
You're,
fucked
you're
myself.
you're the jizz
a real
mopper on
street
Sugar
dude,
Island.
right? So I operate in the street. I'm who runs this whole everything, the whole thing at a street level, right? And like I said, I'm a thug for a living. So, you know, I have a lot in common with what Tupac was talking about. I have a lot in
I'm
common with a
standing in
lot of
between
people, but like
Skippy
I
and
said, they
Negasonic,
make
jerking them
music
off while they're
about
fucking
what I live.
staring at Mimi across the room.
All those songs are about
Listening
what
to
I
Joey.
live in my life and what I've actually done. You're 100% right with that, Trina.
What
That's
the fuck
facts.
is wrong with my head?
Yeah, what I am is true justice.
Trina
And you
needs
know,
to
it's just
die.
how I was raised. It's how my father raised me. And like I said, it's what my family crest and what the Sneeds represent and always had. We represented, you know, all the real stories of all the real outlaw, you know, Wild Wild West stuff. So I mean,
You don't.
it's self-explanatory, man. You know, people can tell themselves what they want. People can think what they want. I mean, that's not my concern. It's besides the point. You know, we're going to come on here, we're going to get our money. And in the streets, like I said, the more stripes I take, you know, the higher I climb up the ranks. I'm already ranked at the top, but like we're not competing with anyone. We're competing with ourselves at this point. And a lot of folks just can't understand that. You can't understand it because you've never seen anything like me. Like folks told me a long time ago, they said even down here, they was like, you think these people here are used to gangsters? They're like, they're not used to you. You know, and that's the thing I be forgetting. Like I forget who I am a lot, you know, and you know, sometimes people have to put it in perspective for me like that because I'm not acting and this is really who I am. And you know, it's funny that people would sense that, you know, because that was way back when, that was years and years ago, and people sensed it then and knew it then. And I would wonder like why I would barely move or say something to someone and people would be like, you know, shook already or like scared of me. And I'm like, I'm not even trying to do that, you know. And then now I look at everything and I'm like, I guess it kind of makes sense because
I've
obviously they
actually
saw
looked up the
something in
Sneed
me,
crest.
you know, that maybe I wasn't even aware
Blue's
of
not
because
far
I
off.
think a lot of these components were already there, you know. I think I've been Batman my whole life. I don't think I know, you know, and I just didn't know it completely. So
Facts,
I don't know.
Skip.
It's
Facts.
very interesting to say the least.
Did you hear that? I'm going to rewind that.
I'm
About
sorry.
2 seconds. No, no, no. You didn't
I'm trying to
interrupt.
join the chat, but it keeps fucking up.
He just slurred his speech. That his mouth has been swollen and unswollen and reswollen, and he's got that abscess that just keeps draining and refilling and draining the past couple days. It's really bad. Listen to this right here where he just slurs it. I know I slur it, but that's because alcohol.
He's had it for
it's a
To say the
years.
least. Very interesting. It's just been an incredible walk. It's been an incredible journey with God. I mean, like I said, on that dirt mound, I've landed jumps I never thought I would already, like impossible jumps for real. I mean, that dirt mound
Little
is
hot.
high. It ain't no joke. And I mean, I'm already doing that, which I want to continue to work on. Like I said, I focus on my training. I don't really focus on much else. I want to get away from that too. That's why, you know, I enjoy when I get to go into town and you know, move around and people are, you know, honking at me and, you know, all that stuff is cool, man. You know, I enjoy it.
Those
You
are
know, it's just
retard
for me, I
honks.
really would like to, you know, better my life. I want God to help me better my life. I want to get my life back where I'm able to go out to places and just do normal things. and where I don't have to always do it alone. So it's a whole walk with God, man. It's a transition. It's a whole process, and it takes time. Folks act like I've just been sitting for a long time. I've
Donovan,
traveled
have
all
you
over the
even seen
country,
this
man.
guy
I've lived all
before?
over
Have you seen a picture of Batman Tyree over here? Answer in the
the
chat when you get a
country
chance.
all these years. I mean, I drove my Porsche. I still have it. I had to drive it 7 miles on a rim to save it. I mean, I've been through hell and back. I've walked through hell. I've been through everything and more you can imagine. I mean, I've
So
survived the
he
impossible
hasn't
time and
they
time again.
haven't
Like,
seen
I've been nothing but action over there.
Tyree.
I was never a stagnated person, never lazy, never just sitting or doing nothing. I was never even here all the
Sheriff, do you have a
time.
picture
I've
you could
lived
pull up
all
of
over the
Tyree for
country.
Donovan?
So, I've been moving around this entire time. That's why y'all don't understand it. Like, why is he content and okay with, not a whole lot going on? Because I never had this. I never had stability. I mean, stability is an illusion in the first place.
The
It's illusory.
strongest man
I never
that
had
ever
that. I
lived.
never had this ability to
Strongest,
do
most
what I want
handsomest. He
for a
looks better
day.
than Brad Pitt.
I really didn't. I mean, I was walking the streets all night usually, would have to take a nap somewhere. Sometimes I was sleeping on park benches even when I was working. When I was working jobs, bro, I got to sleep under bridges in Dallas, and I was working a
Welcome,
job then. We were
Donovan.
working on like
Welcome.
40
do you
acres of land.
do you have one of him in his bat
Hard
gear?
work. I mean, I did manual
Look,
labor. I
those
used
are
to
his
not sleep
pants.
for a day, 2 days. There was about 2 years right before that whole stuff happened with these people in the red triangles up there in
El
Lansing Heights,
Sartan.
Michigan,
That's
where I
right, El
found out they're all
Sartan right
corrupt,
here,
and
bitch.
they're corrupt everywhere. But
I'm in a
when
real
they tried to
picture of
pull
him.
their little stunt there and it didn't
All
work,
right.
and like I said, they accomplished nothing, and so they had to again go back and try to rewrite history of what happened when you lost. Because I told you I have a career and I preserved my career. And the only reason I'm in this position now successful is because I didn't take bait and I didn't react. So again, I don't know why folks are acting as if they've accomplished something. I'm right here. Clearly nothing's been accomplished,
This
right?
is a good one
See,
right
that's the
here.
thing. They want to ignore details.
Yeah, I might want to pause it. Take a good look at this one. This
Oh,
one pretty much describes his entire mentality right here.
and don't forget he likes his teeth that way because feels like a vampire, he says.
Yeah, and they are
A
moving
reverse
out
vampire.
more at about a 60-degree angle. They're not straight down anymore. They're moving out to the side because they got room. They got room to work with.
Too much room. And I'm gonna tell you what, he's had that infection going on and off for a while. It's gonna get him.
Mm-hmm.
He's had it a long time.
Reality, they want to, pretend that they don't see it, but they do. Like, I mean,
Is he
there's
on the
been no
registry?
effect on me whatsoever.
No, he's
It's
not
the
on the
truth.
registry.
You know what I mean? So I just think it's funny when, folks try their hardest. And I mean, these people have really tried their hardest. I mean, they went and got, the biggest guys they could possibly find and thought these were strong dudes. And these strong dudes tried everything they could and couldn't do nothing with me, couldn't even slightly move me. That's the truth. So, I mean, I don't have to do anything to be protected by God. This is what people don't understand. I don't have to lift a finger to win against anyone. I don't have any enemies. I have, nothing to do with y'all. There's a lot of people that you have an issue with God and it has nothing to do with me. And you continue to try to act like it has something to do with me, but it's really just that y'all rejected God. And that's why you continue to deal with your karma every day.
God and karma have nothing to do with each other. But anyway.
I agree, Ace. That is fact. So like I
Chop.
said, I mean, this is the biggest movement you're ever going to see because, this was an actual true awakening. So, I'm an awoken being. I had a true awakening in front of everyone, and this is real, and you're seeing that it's all real. I prove it every day on camera. I never talked ever unless I proved what I was going to claim or what I said first. Never been a talker. Always been about action. You know what I mean? So this is what these folks
That
on here
new
don't get
can
is
smell.
if you think I'm famous now, I mean, give it a couple of months to a couple of years. I mean, this is really about to get huge, and you can see it. You can see the views kind of picking up already, the consistency, like right now.
Not really.
This is all God at work. God told me you'll be surprised how the
This is
blessings
not
come in.
God,
I
darling.
mean, this is going to pick up. This is why they wanted to stop me, because they knew my potential. They knew what I could do. This is going to pick up. Everything I touch turns to gold. God bless my business.
Do
God
what?
bless me. I
Sticky
have an
DM me.
anointing over my life. So, I mean,
Maybe think
You
of
don't have a
saying
picture of
name
him in
like
his
they
right.
back
say,
gear,
man,
Sheriff?
Say again?
You don't have an actual picture of him in his Batman gear with the mask and
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I got a
the
lot
vest?
going on
Yeah,
here,
show
but
show Donovan that.
I know I'm juggling all the comments. I'm juggling listening to you guys. I'm juggling listening to him too. And I got to
Yeah,
upload
I'm
shit.
trying to get my comment section so I can hop in the comment section. So I'm gonna try it again. If it pops me, I'll use probably back up.
No, I got it. I'm just trying to juggle all you guys at the same time. So we're good.
Yeah, but it's aggravating
you
me that I
have
gotta
God
do that.
with you, who can be against you? You know what I mean? That's the truth. More so, who would want to be against you? You know? Oh, give me more round of applause. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
So, like I said, I mean, yeah, this is about to get huge, because again, all the depictions that everybody knows of, and now you're seeing the real thing unfold and happen. And when the public and the world starts realizing and seeing and finding out what's actually going on, and I'm way ahead of my time. I've been ahead of the whole population on this planet. I knew this all from day one. I did. I'm way ahead of everybody. I've predicted the future a million times. All my predictions have come true. All my predictions have come true. These people are tripping out. Like, how did he know that? I know stuff before the CIA knows it,
He's
before the
just
feds know
fucking
it, before the
insane.
FBI knows it. Okay, I'm getting stuff done and literally like figuring out everything and solving the mysteries. You know, within 2 seconds. What takes these like the Fed, CIA, and
Not
FBI, it
very
takes them like
specific.
5 years. I'm getting the same thing and more done in like
God damn, I don't have a full body. If one of you guys do have one, send one over to me, would you?
2 weeks,
I'm
realistically, and I'm
surprised,
just a
Eric.
regular civilian. So, I mean, I'm a genius. I don't shrink for nobody, and I'm gonna continue to do what I'm doing. It's a lot like the way, Iron Man was depicted, when the government's offering him billions of dollars to buy his Iron Man suit, and he's like, I'm not selling it to you. It's exactly the same position that I'm in right now, and y'all don't even understand that's going to be a component too,
It's crying.
because either I'm going to learn, I mean, how to build, suits to a whole nother, extent, or, there's going to be people who build them for me, but I am an asset, and I'm a very valuable asset. I'm an asset that's worth, beyond trillions of dollars already. And, I'm a super ninja that's like unstoppable. I mean, that's definitely something the
Well,
government.
that's his biggest phrase lately. The past 3 days is super ninja. I wrote it down a couple weeks ago, but he's been saying it a lot right now. So that is got to be one of the next songs in the hopper. We're going to be doing super ninja.
Would want to
I did come up with for later. Well, I played it earlier. Vagina pants. After I played it and I've listened to it a couple times, I'll play it again, but I don't think it's going to make the cut of Sheriff songs
Hey,
songs
Lobster.
to Perp 2 Volume 4. So we'll see.
I'm
you
Why
trying to
not?
join the
if you
chat,
didn't
y'all. I'm
think about that.
sorry.
I mean, why do you think we do this? You think there's not going to be offers, given to me and drawn up? They're going to have to give me
No.
offers, bro. They're going to try to throw money my direction at some point. They're going to have to. They're going to try to throw offers my way, and then it's my job to have a seat at a table and figure out, do I want any of these offers? Is it really beneficial, or am I just going to do
Hey,
it on my own?
lobster.
Because I think that's what ends up happening, is I think God just gives me the money and I do it on my own. But
It's
you
not
never
God
know,
giving you
because the
shit.
thing that I did notice, like in that one, he's right around like, one of the guys, he always plays like a CIA agent. So, I mean, could be a connection. I don't know. Like I said, I'm down to work with whoever, as long as they're good people. I don't know if anybody's really
As
good
long as they
people,
have money.
and that's the difficult part. But I mean, you got to make sure
Oh,
the
but he
money's
doesn't
right,
care about
and
money
I have
or
a
Well,
soul.
he just said it 3
material
words after
things.
said it.
I
Money.
know. I
So
know.
I have to agree morally with what I'm doing, and that's the thing. Like, all it would be is, whoever offers me any deal, they'll have to pay me. I will.
Damn. All right. So Skip's East Coast. He's been drinking since 9:30 this morning, bud. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. You're almost on a 24-hour bender.
Nice.
Be well, bud.
Will be in
Done that
charge of
myself
everything.
quite
You're
a
not
few
telling me
times in the
anything.
past.
You can tell me like this and that, but I'll be deciding my own missions
Thanks
and
for
assignments.
stopping in, man. You
That's
get
the
some
thing.
rest.
I'm gonna have full control over all my projects, or I'm not doing it. You understand? So I mean, I'm sovereign, independent. There's nothing
And for
anybody
the
can do,
record,
and that's what
in
JFK.
the Iron Man movie, they weren't trying to buy his technology; they were just trying to take it.
Mm.
They didn't offer him money for it. They were telling him to hand everything over. So he doesn't know the lore of any of the shitty watches.
John F. Kennedy said. He said that's what Americans were meant to be, free and independent. And that's what all this stuff with the
Yeah,
Illuminati.
Skip, make sure you throw some water down your pie hole too, bud. Get that in you. Driver in you. Liquid IV. I swear by it. 1 tube of that every day, dude. Mm-hmm.
And everything they did concerning him and everything they've done concerning me. That's what it all has to do with. And like I said, you're witnessing a real American taking his country back. And that's what all this is about. I'm not doing this just for me. I'm the generational curse breaker. I'm doing this for every future generation of the Sneeds. I'm doing this for every future generation of everybody in this country. I'm doing this to make sure that we have a future as a people. And I want to see America
People,
come back. I want to see the America that my ancestors, did all of this and put all this hard work in and sacrificed
Oh shit!
everything
I
for.
just
I
realized that
want
he
to see
doesn't have
that America
brothers.
come back.
He's the last Sneed. If he dies, the
yeah,
Sneed name dies
yeah.
there. His lineage dies with him.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of asking for
So to be happy
handouts like
now.
most of these people and begging and asking for this and that from the people who are doing it to me, I had the courage to stand up, and I'm just taking what's mine and doing it myself. I'm not asking anybody anything. I'm manually changing and fixing this country through pure power. And that's what Batman represents. It's funny because I'm a very patriotic Batman. I'm patriotic to the country that I knew, not what it is now. You know what I mean? And I'm sure there's a lot of people that can relate. So, we're trying to bring this back to what America is all about. You know, Trina
Well,
said it will
Trump's already
happen.
beating you to the
Yeah,
punch,
I think
Tyree. Trump, did you
you're
read
talking.
the thing? See the article on Google about Trump? He's within 2 days, marijuana may be reclassified, so it's no longer federally illegal.
I mean, mushrooms are illegal in California, but I can fucking go online and have them delivered. Doesn't
I know,
matter
but
anymore.
it does though, and in a way it does, especially for the pot clubs and whatnot, because right now they got to all deal in cash because they're
Yeah.
not federally regulated, and that means that I can now go and get a gun and carry it to work and have something to take hits out
Mm,
of.
night,
Jesus.
Sticky.
About the money and stuff. Yeah,
Do
I
what?
believe it, and that's the thing, hopefully we can get more
See you, Sticky.
supporters. We
You
don't
all
have
did.
that many, and
Talk to you
that's
later.
okay. Because
Hey, let's work on the thing with the guy with the plan we've been talking about.
Later,
Negasonic.
Sticky.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Let's
I
let's figure this
do.
out. Let's figure it out.
I'll tell you one thing, man.
Not the
I'll
one, but the older one.
Yeah, I got what you're saying, dog.
The other chromosome. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of figured they got it by now.
No, we're just clowning. That's all we're doing.
I know you
take
are.
one,
Yeah.
2, 3 supporters any day that are real, as opposed to 500,000 fakes like what they have all over the internet. You feel me? I appreciate that. That is true. So you're strong and show your strength every day. Right. I mean, and that's the point. I'm not doing it just to
Who
show and
said that,
display it.
Ace?
I'm doing it because
Yeah.
I'm training and I'm pushing myself.
Bang
But
it.
it's just been crazy because I'm going on 3 years. I mean, I don't think if you look at it chronologically, I don't think there's been a day yet that I haven't gone out there and been stronger. Isn't that crazy? Like, I think every single time I've ever trained and worked out, I've gotten stronger. And I mean, to even say that is just
Sorry.
surreal. Like, nobody does that. And you could tell what's going on with me is supernatural. It's not normal. Like I said, I went through a lot of real pain and suffering, and I do every day. And you folks could never withstand what I have. You could never understand it. It's not even.
You know,
incomprehensible to you. Is
that's
that the
right.
word, incomprehensible? It's incomprehensible to you. You folks can never understand it
I
because
know.
this is a divine path. Like I said, what I'm walking, my walk is biblical history. I'm the Son of God.
Damn, did
I'm the
somebody give him a
Messiah.
Xanax or
And it's
something? He's
just
kind of
crazy to me
slow.
that people will act aloof, like everybody wants to act like facts aren't facts and reality isn't reality. So when I explain this to folks, people say silly things like, "Oh yeah, me too." "Oh yeah, I'm the Son of God too." Like, brother, Jesus Christ is my brother. I'm the Son of
Oh,
God.
he's
There's
Trade
fixing
only
that dick
one
Christ.
Son of
again.
God right here, right now. But there's two because there's me and Jesus Christ. But that's it. Here's the chosen one. There's not chosen ones. It's not plural. It's singular. Like,
Oh, he's such an
why would you
idiot.
say such a silly thing? And what are you people on? And that's what the public is on. That's why I talk
He's
the way I
bitching
talk,
about Vic
because I
again,
just
dude.
don't
That's
play
what
no
Vic said to
nonsense.
him.
Like, if you're going to say something, make sure that it makes sense. You understand? And that's all I'm about, making sense. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
Like,
you're
I'm
about
really the Son of
everything.
God, bro. I'm not out here
Everything.
talking. Okay? Like, Nas was perpetrating when he said God's son, right? All that stuff is in vain, bro. My father ain't having none of that. That's what you got to understand. And look at who's doing it. It's crazy because y'all keep talking about this and that. I don't know what you want or what you talking about because you're trying to speak in an energy that doesn't exist. You have to have all your ducks in a row. You got to have your facts straight. Okay. If you're going to try to, have any position, especially much less that disagrees with mine, you
Especially.
better have your ducks in a row, and you don't. You have nothing you can tell me. So again, you want to keep talking about this and that. And I mean, like, I'm the one who's speaking, and I'm the one bringing all the ideas and concepts. So I mean, there's nothing folks can say to me.
Mm,
You feel me? And like I said, look at who Nas is. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I
what is
told
he
you, like, nah,
talking
y'all
about?
folks
He's
be
so
selling your soul for
stupid.
pennies, and you don't want to face your history, and you don't want to face reality. I stand on every statement I've ever said on here, basically. Okay? I'm a man of God. I don't stand on anything that wasn't,
God.
loving and caring. But, folks got to embrace reality, homie. Like, understand? Like, yeah, nah, y'all be selling your soul, and y'all be saying my father's name in vain. And God is not going to play that. He's not going to play about
Oh
nothing, bro.
my
And
God.
this is
Bring
why when
some
I look at
Bible
these fake
verses out.
rappers, you see them all fail. You see them getting their karma. You see them all going through hell. You see all these wicked, evil people going through hell because
Donovan.
righteousness exists. Because I am vengeance,
He's
because
gonna cry.
vengeance and justice and true justice exists. See, we don't run to other people for our problems. We go and we get our own justice.
You don't goddamn
Is
say, Joey.
is there
You know,
anything that he's
my
not the
ancestors
best
been
at?
doing this a long time, brother. You know what I mean? So
Nothing.
like I said, folks can tell themselves what they want, do what they want. I mean, that's fine. I see the same people
We
doing the
listen
same
to
things.
you.
That's why they all in their feelings, because I've graduated to whole new levels every day, and I continue to advance and progress nonstop. I'm literally the architect of reality, and y'all are still at bottom level, and you'll never ever transcend or grow because
Donovan, who is God? You don't know who
Excuse
God
me.
is?
I thought I was muted.
Do we have to
God
explain?
is. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
He thinks that means God. One day he says he's God. What did he say the other day? He's a prophet.
Yeah. Well, if you remember, he also used to say that God is the devil and the devil is God. They're
I
the
missed
same.
that one. I missed that one. He couldn't even read you a verse out of the Bible. He just makes
God.
up shit. He's
Just make
playing
sure you
make
pronounce it
believe.
correctly. It's God.
God. I don't say it that
your
way.
growth is stunted, and that's why all y'all in your feelings. So, like I said, I mean, all these people, they're in a delusional stupor. I mean, they've got nothing they can say. You just saying things and making no sense. I mean, all you're telling me is I'm winning. So, I mean, next time just say, "Hey, I love when you win, Batman. I love watching you win." And I enjoy losing. That's all you got to say.
Is that what y'all gonna say?
Real talk.
Now that shit is funny.
That's what they all are, Ace. Folks don't
Yeah,
want to
fuck them.
work. They
That's what
don't
they
want to
all
work
are.
hard. Like I said, nobody believed in me with this business or what I was doing, and I'm not going to say that. I think some people did, but a lot of these people were
Nobody
jelly and they
did.
tried to stop me. They tried everything they could. I'm talking everything. I'm talking corruption, false calls. Y'all remember everything. They didn't even want me walking down the street. That's why I don't play about that no more. Like, brother, I do what I want. Okay. Devil ain't gonna stop nothing. You can't stop what God,
Yeah, they didn't want you. They didn't want you walking down the streets of your mother's neighborhood because you're making a fucking ruckus and you're fucking creating a disturbance, and all the dogs are barking in the neighborhood. And yeah, they're going to call
Mm-mm-mm.
the HOA and have the cops call on you because you're sleeping on private property in the goddamn driving range bathroom.
wants
That's
and
Aggravating
what
correct.
God
motherfucker.
desires and whatever's God's will is what will be, brother.
Amen.
If
15.
Donovan is still listening,
And
if
that's just
Donovan is
so
still
crazy.
listening, Donovan, I suggest you go into Sheriff's channel and look for a stream that says Sneed Snipe #1 and just watch them all the way through. Just binge them all the way through.
There's so many
Should take
channels
you
on him.
How many
should take
trips
about
around
3
this?
hours.
It's probably a lot of trips around the sun.
Yeah.
Crazy, that y'all stoop to that level, and like I said, all these folks, they
Like I
break the
said,
law every day,
You know what
and
I
that's the truth.
mean?
They break the law trying to stop me. They break the law. They can't even communicate without breaking the law, and all these folks are corrupt too. There ain't nobody who's good. It's like you said, you ain't good. You just know how to hide it. You know what I
Just
mean? None of these folks are
does the
good,
worst
man. Good
Scarface
people would
accent.
would see what's going on and do the right thing. Like I told you, folks don't help. They've never helped. You know what I mean? That's why I don't run to other folks for my problems, because folks ain't never helped, and I know they ain't gonna help because they can't. They powerless. You
I hadn't
understand?
seen
And
that
that's the
one
thing.
yet.
Like, look at their job description, and if you
Ew,
think the
God.
job description is something else, then resign. If you have a job and you're powerless and you can't help people, then why are you working that job? I think all of you 100% should get a new job, because I'll tell you what, in my job description of what I do, I know that I can help people. It doesn't matter what the
Oh,
situation
that
is.
was a good
That man has
one.
no jurisdiction. I have no rules to
Gimbal
follow,
chicken.
and I'm above the law.
gimbal
I do
chickens.
what I want to do. And that's why you made me
Fucking weirdo.
necessary and you created me. Because if it
We're gonna
wasn't
start
for
a
all you,
petition.
See, how much do you think that bulletproof vest in AI would be worth versus the one he has on now? I'd rather have that one.
Still $35.
Oh,
How,
Donovan, it's
how much for
insane.
the gimbal chicken?
That Gimbal chicken is priceless. I mean, you'd be better
folks,
off buying a Fabergé egg, getting
I
yourself
mean,
a
here's
real
another
Gimbal
Oh,
gimbal
chicken.
and
chicken. You can hold it by the neck.
That's a fucking hellish one.
Yeah.
failed. You failed me. You failed all these people. You failed everybody. And we have tons of witnesses. There's a federal lawsuit already built with names on the True Alpha Dating Advice channel. Okay. I've got federal
God, you look
indictments all
so
across the board. A lot of
it's
folks are
so
about to lose
funny.
their job and go to prison. Every single
This is probably the most pathetic. I mean, if there was going to be a world record that he could actually hold, the most pathetic looking human being on the planet, this would probably be the.
But he looks better than Brad Pitt.
oh God, that picture, yes. Every time I see it, that's what's stuck in my head. You look like shit, son. You have
That's
got
It's
to.
like
You
if
need
you
to
look on
go to a
YouTube,
mental hospital.
if you
Huh?
look on YouTube, they have the last interview with Harry Dean Stanton. It looks a lot like that.
if you just shoved his head
And
down on that straw and it went right through his nose into his
you know you want to
cortex
do it.
fucking of his brain and just fucking killed him right there at Dairy Queen.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Just
Because he's
dead.
always saying everything's killing him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be
time that
fucking
anybody
awesome.
made contact with me will be brought up in this
That
federal
picture.
lawsuit right there. That's felonies, that's charges. Okay. Any false calls that will be brought up. That's felonies, that's charges.
And
You
I want
understand?
that picture.
Anything, any mail fraud that you've committed, that's felonies, that's charges,
Hey, that's
right?
charges.
Any what you're doing with the illegal use of a telecommunication device or
That's
any kind of
felony. That's
illegal
charges.
speaking or
I've been
communication,
picking
that's
on him.
felonies, that's charges.
Not
Let me
much.
explain something to you, bud. You're not doing anything, none of you,
Bud,
but handing me the victory. You're not doing anything but handing me millions and billions of trillions of dollars. And I'm going to tell you why, because you can't think. And now let me say my quote again and see how it pertains so specifically to what's happening. You understand?
Harry Dean
And they
Stanton
took
was
it
great
from
in
there.
everything
And I'm
he
going to take
did.
it all from you, Jack. And not just because I can.
You Jack.
Because this is my destiny. Los Angeles is my destiny.
Ah!
God damn it. Stop quoting movies. You
Yeah, it does, and they
fucking-
can't handle it. None of them
That's
can
what I
handle the truth,
said.
and that's the thing. Everybody want to sugarcoat it and act like, "Oh, I ain't got nothing to
He
do
watched
with it."
movies as a kid.
You work
Now he
for.
thinks it's
What do
reality.
you mean? You all y'all work together. You work for the same folks that been jellying me, talking behind my back for years. That I've already literally had to G check and sun in they face. I've had
I'm running out of Smirnoff Ices.
to go
Oh,
see
Oh,
shit.
what?
and let them know in
It's
their
a
own
sin.
Wait. What? When did you start drinking those, Sheriff?
Smeared off ices. Sounds pretty
Years
good.
ago. Those are
But
for special.
normally
Those are for
you got
special
to keep.
occasions. Huh?
I hope you have heartburn medication, my friend.
No.
Oh,
These things are like
anything red
crack.
doesn't. They sound good.
They are good.
All I have is moonshine. Fuck that.
Yeah, the
I still
original
got a
one.
case of original Zima. Anyone wants it?
Original Zima from like 93 too.
Yeah. It's
buildings and tell them
green now.
keep my name out
Does
your
does it still come with the fucking 3D card that you had to focus your eyes to get the 3D effect? They were
Yeah.
free with every 6-pack.
I had a buddy who went to Florida and he brought back a bottle of Zima filled with sand. You know, most people like I use actual beer bottle like Corona. I told him you'd have been better off bumming a used condom off a gay guy and filling it up. It would have been less gay than a Zima bottle full of sand, dude. Jesus Christ.
I may or may not be gay, but I do like some Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah, they sound good. I've never tried them.
Oh, they're delicious.
I'm not forgetting about nothing. What y'all want to do is you want to wipe it, under the table.
Did I say I may or may not be gay?
No.
You want to pull the wool over
I
folks'
did.
eyes,
Donovan's talking
and you
about
want to say,
Donovan's
"Oh,
talking
let's
about we
just."
started talking about Zima right when he sent the thing. So you know
Oh,
sometimes that works out.
No,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just calling myself gay for having a gay drink. Why not?
Dismiss it. Oh, it's just this. No, brother, that's not what's happening. I've got tons of
Those
evidence.
things are
And
strong,
these
aren't
people are
they?
giving me more every day. They can't even think to stop. These folks are coming undone, unhinged. They don't even know how to help themselves. Okay. Do you have any idea how many crimes they've committed? People have committed it,
Four.
and all of this is literally like because I'm
Four.
just shining and doing me, and I'm just living my life. I'm talking about there has had to have been within this past year to 3 years. I mean, realistically, with the amount of crime that I've seen online as far as illegal statements, everything the Red Triangles have done, everything these
Sartan.
illegal
Hey, hold on.
organizations, these underground organizations
Hell,
that
You're
I'm
never
the
gonna
one
beat
who
me.
runs my business has done.
I
I'm
always
talking
beat
there
you,
has to
Sheriff.
have been
You never will beat me.
easily. I
I
mean, we're
always.
talking over,
There's
I don't
always gonna
know,
be a red
it's
triangle around.
thousands. It's easily thousands of crimes committed. I mean, easily. I mean, you're talking about there's people live streaming that are committing about
Yeah.
50 crimes to 500
Sheriff.
each live stream. Okay,
Who's
so I
jelly?
don't know what y'all think this is. I don't know what country you think you're in, but this is not a lawless country. Okay, and when you don't do your job, right, what happens is we pay attention to you and what you're doing, and then we shine the spotlight on you publicly. We expose you publicly, and we make sure that you're held accountable in a court of law. There is no
You expose
excuse for why
yourself.
folks have not done their job. There's no excuse why folks continue to not do their job. And it is not my job to think for you. Okay. There is no excuse. Okay. Why all
Morning,
this stuff
Dutchie.
happened. Okay.
Morning,
Hey, Dutchie.
Dutchie.
Hey, Dutchie.
We never
Good
stop.
morning, Dutch Melissa.
None of it. Okay. I don't have to keep going over it. And that's the thing. Like they want you to they talk about, oh, well, document the evidence. Who wants to document something that's not positive and they want to do everything to get away from? I'm not documenting anything. I don't need to. You understand? I've done enough of that. I'm good. It ain't getting me nowhere. You understand? Like, brother, justice is justice. God is 100% bringing justice regardless. No matter who likes it, no matter what anybody says, God always brings justice. And like I said, I see it on the TV every day. I see it in reality every day. You know, I don't have to ever feel any way. You know what I mean? I don't have to say or do anything ever. God got me. You understand?
All right, I'm gonna freak you guys out right now. So
What?
I'm gonna show
Uh-oh.
you a picture. When was that? When Joey was at the Dairy Queen with Jared and his brother, and they
That was
abandoned
during the
him.
summer. That
Yeah,
was
what
a couple
month?
months
Do you
ago.
know what month?
March, April, May.
No,
I
shut.
don't know.
No. Um, I'm gonna say safe to say would be October. So this would be that. All right. So let's go March,
That is
April,
a
May,
terrible
June,
picture.
July, August, September, October. This is 7 months prior. You guys
It's already
ready?
been 7 months. Oh,
Let's
okay,
no, this is going to be 7 months prior to this picture. Ready?
gotcha.
Boom.
He
Look at the difference.
Wow, it's a big
Look at the
difference, ain't
difference.
it?
kind of looks like Black
7
Dragon
months.
Lord Tony in that picture.
He
He
looks
does.
defeated
He
Or
always
in
looks
Daniel
that
Larson.
other picture. Look, just defeated. But at that
And
moment,
that's
he
what
was
people don't
scared.
understand.
They were going to jump him, weren't they? Wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Did he really run on a bus running from them?
No,
No, they
he got
fucking dropped
scared.
him off in the parking lot and they fucking took off and drive off and went, ha ha. And he had to walk fucking 10 miles back home. And then he fucking walked while he was walking down the street. A bunch of drunk guys fucking pulled up on him and said, "Hey, what's up, SA?" And then he tried to
Mm,
act like he was G checking them. He cammed off and shut his phone down and then
I'm sure
cammed
he
up and
did.
said, "Yeah, what's it all about? You got something to say? You got something to say?" Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
thought.
After they're gone.
Yeah.
really
Mhm.
truly depend on God. I have seen a lot of folks get let down by this system, that it's a broken system, and it's not just broken. It was designed against the people. And that's what I'm here to expose. This federal lawsuit will
All right,
expose all
we're about 25 minutes behind, so I'm going to pick it up.
corporate America profit off of selling
Okay.
products, but they make their product off of trafficking. Okay.
To
Again,
buck and a
like he
quarter.
said in American Gangster, Frank Lucas is the most you know what man walking the street.
Actually,
Tyree
I'm
Sneed
going to go
really is
buck
the
and a
most powerful
half.
man walking the street. And I'm an all out gangster and I don't play. I'm going to say it again. Folks don't seem to get it. I don't even care about the valley. I care about the people in the valley. I protect the valley. I've already lowered crime rates. I've helped this place. I'm good. I did my job. You understand? Now give me a round of applause for it. Real talk. This is ridiculous.
He works
But
his
what you folks
ass
don't get is
off
like I
every
can go
day,
anywhere in the US
Donovan.
and the world and I'm gonna still be me. So I'm gonna be doing this all over the world. I want to be flying in Africa and Egypt. I'm talking about flying with wings. I want to be doing this everywhere. I
He
want
works his ass off every day flying in Africa and Egypt. So when you ask us, does he work? There you go. That's your answer.
to be doing this in Antarctica. I would like to go over the ice wall even. Yes, I want to go to Hollow
I'm
Earth and be
Mr.
Batman. You have
Sneed
no idea
down in
what God has in store for me, right? Even I
Africa.
don't. None of us do. You understand? And that's my whole point is we don't think the same. We're not the same. Y'all live within the confines of a fake reality that's a matrix, and I don't. I keep telling you I'm eternal. God told you I'm eternal. He proved it. God has proven in front of your face, as well as I have, that I'm
No,
immortal. I have
Donovan,
reincarnated literally and resurrected in front of
he
you.
really
Resurrection is
doesn't
my
work, but
hobby.
he,
I've
he claims
resurrected
this
several
is his
times in front of
job.
you, over and over and over and over. I've survived the impossible time and 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 time again, right in front of your face. There is no denying. I am the son of God, okay? And people are just silly. That's what it is. And
Son
that's
of
why I don't play
God.
around. I don't waste my time. And I for sure don't want to be
Up,
talking to
What's
folks
up,
Smuggy.
that
Smuggy?
aren't making sense.
God.
You understand? So, need I say more? In every show we do, right? There is
Smuggy.
no denying reality. You heard every word, and now you have to recognize it. Anyone who speaks to me from here on out, you will acknowledge everything I spoke about on all these 8 million shows I've done. Capiche? Outside of that, don't say nothing to me.
Hmm.
I don't talk for no reason, bro. I don't waste my time. My words matter, and they matter a lot more than y'all's. That's why I'm in a position of authority. You understand? Guess what? God-given authority. That's right. Like I said, I'm your superior, all of you. So again, folks can tell themselves whatever they want. I don't care. Folks can do whatever they want. You could get 8 million people together in your little groups because that's what they do. And then, oh, we're jelly. And what are you going to do? All of you, nothing, not a thing. I'm stronger than everybody put together, right? And I got
His last job was 2 weeks ago and lasted how long, Negasonic? An hour and a half? Something like
Yeah,
that?
He put a
it
hand.
lasted an hour if it lasted a day.
Yeah, and they gave him $100 to get the fuck off the property.
He put a handful of dirt in a big ass shovel. That's all he would shuffle was little by little. And weren't they pissed that he kept making people record him?
You know, it's like you bring your kids to the beach and they get fined. Your parents get fined because your children got they failed at pail and shovel. They're trying to make a fucking little mountain or something like that.
I got God with me. I'm not cocky. I'm not arrogant. I'm not conceited. I have faith, true faith. You understand? And you want to know where real strength come from? God. And that's why I'm able to do the things that I do. And that's why folks will never understand it, because you're lacking faith, brother. That's the whole point. People want to talk about God, but I actually prove that God is real. Nobody else ever did that ever that I've
He
seen.
walked
I'm
up
sure
and
some
down
people
the
did. Some people
road
have, and I would
in
never
a
take credit away
Batman
from them.
outfit. That's
And
his
it's sad.
job.
It's sad the dues that people.
Hey, Negasonic, on a personal level, because you and I, we talk about stuff. Him doing the shovel with the dirt on that wheelbarrow. When we talk about those reusable fucking coffee things for the Keurig cups,
Yeah.
that's like trying to take a little spoon with your coffee grounds, just a little bit in there. Kind of the same thing. All right, he has ended it, so
have had to pay. It's
Thank
sad, you know,
God.
the price and the cost that people have had to pay to prove that God is real. It really is sad, man. It truly, you know what I mean? I would never take credit away from him. In fact, I'd give them all the credit and glory. You know what I mean? And that's my thing, you know, but I'm
I'll
saying,
go
like,
back
you know,
down to
I
a
mean, you've
buck and
never
a
really
quarter.
witnessed anything like this to this degree. I proved God is real. I proved that faith can do anything. I proved that this is a matrix. I proved everything I ever said. I proved that power in your spirit
All
can
from
move mountains.
movies
I
and books.
proved that I'm the greatest testimony of all time. This was never about ego.
Proved.
It was never about being conceited. It was never about me. It was always about me, because it was always me. Like God told me, he
Wasn't
said it was
about
always
me.
you.
It was
But I'm the
always about
chosen one, because I'm here to free my people. I'm here to free the masses. I'm here to free your mind so that you can understand that we are being controlled. We are in a thought realm, people. Your subconscious creates reality, and all of our subconsciouses are connected. I'm not alone in this. This is not about just me. Okay. I'm just a very, very important vessel and tool that God is using. You understand? And
School
that's what
brat.
people have to understand. This is the awakening.
All
Okay.
movies.
We're supposed to be in the age of what? Like Aquarius, the age of awakening. Okay. Wake up.
this is
You understand? You people are
Aquarius.
still looking at this matrix and working your little 9 to 5s, and you really believe your nonsense. You really believe you're hustling, asking for handouts from Masons who sold they sold to the devil and are broken poor. There's not a rapper or a CEO of any corporate company who's rich. They're all poor. They own nothing. Freemasons are not allowed ownership. This is the world we all live in. There's no denial. There's no way to deny. You have to accept it, because I proved it. I never wasted my breath. I never wasted my time. I have proven every single stance I ever said on here. Now, what's up? You people fear me because it's reality. That's all it is. You understand? Drop Snipe, right? And I'm not even done. Hold up.
Jesus Christ. Oh, boy.
Ridiculous. So, like I said, folks be funny, man. You know what I mean? And that's my point. I don't have time for extracurricular activities. I don't got time to have conversations with irrelevant people. None of you are relevant. I don't got time for anybody but God and, you know, the people I deem time to, you know, who I think are worthy. You know what I mean? Outside of that, I stay focused on what I'm doing, bro. You know what I mean? I work. I don't do nothing wrong. I don't go behind folks' back. Like I said, I'm loyal to Christina, faithful to Christina, have been this entire time. Ask anybody. You understand? There's no holes in my rap sheet. I'm a thoroughbred. I'm as thorough and real as they come. I'm a street dude, and I'm a gangster. You understand? So, like I said, I'm here to change the world. I'm here to save the world, and I could care less who thinks what. I got a whole bunch of street dudes that, you know, already vouching for me. You know, I'm going to win over
Jump
this country,
scare.
and I'm going to win over this world, and I'm doing it with the truth. I'm doing it with God. You understand? And that's the most powerful thing anybody can do. Real talk.
I think this
Let me tell you
asshole got
something, man.
off easy. He just didn't know what he was walking into. You know what I
I mean, you
mean?
can't go after him. He's semi-tart, and he looks like he just crawled out of the tart hatch. So he didn't know. I mean, even though
No.
he was warned afterwards, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, but your better judgment should be coming in. Like I know that if I was interviewing Tyree, let's say I didn't know him, and just after 5 minutes of hearing him talk, I'd be like, oh, okay, this guy's off his rocker, and I would humor him, and then I would never show the thing on my videos. But
Yeah.
again, look what we're dealing with here.
When you're trying to be a man about town like this guy and you're going to put your name on it, damn it, best put your research on the product before you fucking stamp the label. When he said, it's not that he did the interview, it's that what he labeled, he put his name on and said, this is a good guy. This is a good man. And that makes you the enemy right there. You just didn't know. You fucked up, bud. All
That's
right.
right, Craig. If you're
Craig.
listening to this, we're coming after your family.
I forget his last name. I got to go back and look. What was it? Craig, what? The Brownsville guy.
Craig something. I forgot.
Hold on, while we're fucking here, the Brownsville guy, Craig Grove.
Craig Grove.
Yeah.
None of this would be possible if it wasn't for God.
Craig Grove. Sweet area.
So, be thankful. You know what I mean? Thank
Oh,
God. You know what I
carry
mean? Real
me
talk. Be thankful.
home.
You know what I mean? So yeah, real talk. They've been sleeping on me. They've been sleeping on me, and they ain't about nothing. None of these folks.
Let me get
You know what I
rid of
mean?
him.
Anybody doubt me, you doubt God. You go against me, you go against God. That's what folks don't understand. Like I said, it's going to take them a minute, Ace, but they're going to realize that they live in a world where it
Come on,
revolves
Ace.
around me. Literally, they're going to understand at some point that you're in my world. This is my dream. You're in my world. That's what all these folks in the public don't understand yet. At some point, you're going to all really understand how much power I really have in this realm. I'm the emperor in the spiritual realm, bro. I mean, look at what's depicted. Look at this icon. Look at what Batman looks like. Like, you can't see that's an angel. You can't see that that's something that rides for God. I'm the soldier
It's
for
not an
God. That
angel.
means I'm in the ethereal realms doing this. When I dream, I'm doing this in other dimensions. Like, folks really be trying to play games. That stuff is hilarious. And like I said, they do it all hiding. I'm in the street every day. We the mob. We in the street every day. We
Interdimensional
run every
dreaming.
block out here. We took everything over. Folks have to break bread. Like I said, I just realized that being myself and being a good person, I don't got to be all gangsta all the time. Being a good person and just admitting I need help gets me a lot farther. And I think people should listen to that. Right. Thank you, God. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I be
Okay.
vulnerable. I be myself. I'm just a regular dude, man. Real talk. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy that people wanted to do evil behind my back. They wanted to target me. They wanted me to be their scapegoat. And in the process, they have done nothing but bless me because God blessed me. You understand? God told me I allowed your enemies to do all this. You understand? And I was upset about it at first until I realized what was going on. You understand? Like, it's still hard. It's still upsetting. But God, God works in mysterious ways. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not God. I would never claim to be God.
Fuck you,
Ah!
Ed. Fuck you, Joey, and your fucking ads. This is why we
Sometimes I have
fucking
to,
get angry here, because this is what we don't want to do is get him to make money. Listen to these fucking ads.
But and it seems like he doesn't mind and wants me to. But I have my own little qualms about things, man. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? But folks got to really understand. Like, look at it.
What does
up,
that mean?
Steve?
Dutchy, what does that mean? Psych ward? When? Chat? What do you mean? What's up, Steve?
Look at the depiction, bro. I mean, I'm going to be doing this for eternity. When I told y'all in that interview and I said I'm going to be doing this forever, I meant it. That's what y'all don't get. This is what I do. I'm a soldier for God. This is my only purpose. And it's not my only purpose, but it is my purpose. So, for me, it's hard because what I got to try to work on is giving myself time to be a normal person, to go out
what does
places
that mean,
and do
Dutchy?
things and have friends and, just to get back to normal life, man. That's what I have to work on, and it's not me. It's just where I'm at. That's all. It was never a problem, really at any point. But, I've spent a lot of time by myself, man. I've always been, just they have other names for it, but I disagree with.
Oh, okay. I was just curious because there's like a Discord thing called Psych Ward, fucking whatever.
Those names. I mean, I've just been a person that I do my own thing. I mean, that's not anything. That's how people
It's like a dump yard when we need to put fucking shit in.
should be. I stay to myself for a reason.
Steve, it's a posing
what I mean?
thing.
Like,
He
I don't
obviously
know.
heard somebody that says it like that and started copying it just within the last like 5-6 months, Sheriff.
Yeah.
I don't like. I've seen a million people with a million fake friends. I'm from the hood. I choose my friends wisely. You know what I mean? So like, I don't deal with everybody. You know what I mean? And it's just that simple. And like, I think that's very smart and very wise. And I think people should learn from that as well. And if you're not, then you're moving wrong. So that's my whole point. Folks want to act like they can tell me something or give me advice. Okay, then quit doing it hiding. I mean, everything is proven in front of you. My wealth, my accolades, my success, the athletic accomplishments. I mean, everything. So, I mean, like I said, like, no, it's just no. Now, when folks approach me, whether it's online or off, you're going to approach me with the utmost respect and you're going to talk to me as who I am. And it's just that simple.
I will
You know what I mean? So other than that, I mean, I could care less. I don't sweat it. People talk, bro. You know what I mean? People, that's what people do online who shook and they scared. That's what they do. They go online and they type stuff they don't mean. It's just the truth. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Like I said, there's been plenty of people at this point that type stuff online and I've seen them in reality and, I don't react. I don't really respond. I don't really care. Why would I care? You know what I mean? That's the thing. All y'all on this petty stuff. I'm a grown man, bro. I'm 36 years old, bro. Y'all never seem
You'll
to
be
want to
40
face
in
facts with anybody, man. I've seen the same
4
thing with everybody.
years.
Like, bro, I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years. You know, that's the thing. Like them folks, I mean, it's not like they're not age. I'm aging backwards. I look younger than all of them put
You're
together. All of them. I look younger than
no,
all of y'all.
you
Any
don't.
celebrity I've ever seen, I look younger and better than. I look handsome as hell, bro. I look like I haven't aged a day. I'm literally aging backwards, bro. I'm gorgeous. You know what I mean? People try to make videos and then put themselves up. It's like, you do not look like you're aging backwards. Like, please don't do that ever again.
Jesus Christ.
Have any one of you people in the chat or even on panel here ever masturbated looking at yourself in a mirror? I mean, because that sounds like what he wants to do really bad right now. I've never done it
And
personally.
yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I told you about that. What you do is you set a porno up, you have it playing in the background, and then you look at yourself in the mirror while you're watching the porn through the mirror, and you jerk off, and it's like you're in the porn.
Yeah, but I mean, if
Wow.
you burn that on a DVD and then you put that in a DVD player and watch it and then record yourself jerking off to yourself, recorded yourself jerking off to yourself on a DVD and then watch that and then jerk off again.
Yeah, that's like Inception, dude. That's how that. I think that's how they got the plot for Inception, actually.
So that's why,
It's like a tesseract of masturbation. Like,
like me, I just listen to God, man, because you know, it's different. You know, what's understood don't need to be explained and said. You know, Christina even tells me that sometimes, and it's true. You know, and
Lavender,
that's
I
the whole
just
thing,
got it.
man. Like, y'all don't get it, man. Y'all care about the wrong things. You know, I'm living
Lobster, it's
differently, man.
actually from an
I'm living
episode
out
of
of pure faith.
Workaholics.
You know, God saved my life several times, a million times. God has always been there for me. So I know God is never going to let me down. He's going to always be there for me. And that's all that matters in life, period. You know what I mean? Like I said, all these things, I didn't ask for any of it. God gave it to me because he saw what a good person I was.
yeah.
And I was always a good person to everybody, no matter how they treated me or how they were to me. And that's what God sees. God sees your tears. God sees you crying. God sees your pain. God sees your suffering. God sees every time somebody ever wronged you.
God.
God saw all of that. God has seen how people treated me. God has wanted to. He's put me in positions to see how
15
folks treat me.
amen.
And like most of y'all, if not all, y'all failed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to worry about that. You know, you stressing and you worrying because God is on you. You understand? And he ain't getting off. And
I'm
that's
gonna
what folks
cry.
is really worried about. You know what I mean? So like I said, like, I mean, it's very simple. I mean, either you can stop your
Mimi, you haven't been around I know you weren't feeling well like a week or so ago, but yeah,
What?
the past 3 days now, he's been
Mhm.
crying. He's like physically, he's been crying.
Oh shit.
Something's coming up where the theory is maybe that mommy is finally saying, you got a date coming up and you gotta get your shit and get the fuck out. Just the theory.
Again.
Yep.
your behavior and stop trying to project the fact that you can't, you know,
So he's been in his
deal with
feelings
reality
for
and
3
that you
days.
brought all this upon yourself and you can stop
Oh,
projecting, or God is going to continue to
Take it
turn it up
easy,
a notch.
Steve.
That's what God do. God don't play. You know what I mean? Like everybody learns their lesson. I predict right now, everybody in this world is going to learn their lesson. And the folks that want to be stubborn and don't want to learn, they're going to learn the hard way.
See you,
Straight
Steve.
up. That's what God do. God ain't going to play with you. No, he's not. God don't play at all. That's why y'all don't understand. My God is a vengeful God because he has to be. You
God.
understand? Because of people like you that want to act like they don't have to learn. And y'all be keeping all that stuff behind closed doors. Like I said, we out here in these streets every day, cuzzy. Y'all ain't saying nothing. So don't type nothing. And that's how it works. It never, ever gets changed. So that's what I'm saying. Folks is all grown, bro. You know what I mean? Be mature, homie. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, if you feel some way, like, what's up? Speak. You know what I mean? Like, why would you stoop to lower and lower levels and then act like you're showing anyone anything? What you're showing is God, and God is looking, and God be like, God ain't gonna put up with that. You know what I mean? Like real talk. You know what I mean? That's what folks don't get. Folks can't send me an issue that God ain't gonna handle. I repeat, folks can't send me an issue that God ain't gonna handle. And that's what people don't get.
Sector Jesus doesn't
You
play.
understand? So,
What kind of
like I said,
issue
and
could
that's the
we come
truth.
up with?
That's actually a great way to say it. I don't want to put it up because of the wording, but that's a great way to say it. He said, with the spiritual breakthrough, and now he lives life as an earth angel. Right. You know, I was always an earth angel. I've been that forever. I mean, you know, I've been a divine being my whole life, probably before. But, you know, I mean, you're right. It's a spiritual awakening, and that's what's happening. So, I mean, I hope that people will learn from me. You know what I mean? And, you know, that's why all this is real. You know, folks expected me like I was just going to dress up as Batman. Folks expected and thought, oh, it was just entertainment. And that's the thing is, I know because I'm a genius, and you know, I know what I'm doing. I know that over time, word is going to carry, and people are going to start looking at these videos and looking at what I've accomplished, and they're going to figure out, wait a minute, this dude's really Batman. And that's when everything is going to shift because of God. God is at work. God is who did all this. This was God's idea. God told me, so He put it on my mind to do all this. You know what I mean? So God has a sense of humor. God is amazing. You know, God is very real. And one thing God don't like is all that nonsense that y'all be talking. You know what I mean? Real talk. I'm sorry, but you know, God don't like ugly, bro.
That's not what he
Like
told
straight
me.
up, bro. God wants people to be good to each other. God wants peace, prosperity. He wants us to love our neighbor and love each other. And that's all that I'm about. So, don't get it twisted. I'm the enforcer of divine law. Don't get it twisted. I'm a kung fu karate ninja. Don't you forget. Yeah, don't forget for 1 second, but that's because I'm righteous. And that's what you have to be in this cold, cold world. You understand? So, I mean, that's the thing people don't get. I go from polar opposite to polar opposite real quick. You know what I mean? But God wants us to love each other and treat each other right. That's why He gonna always back me and be on my side. So how could you win? You understand? Like I said, your issue is not with me, brother or sister, none of y'all. Your issue is with God. That's why you keep on trying and trying and trying, and all you're trying to do is throw whatever you can and think of whatever you can. All that stuff is the devil just operating through y'all because y'all little minions and y'all are possessed and you're being used by the devil because you're weak. That's the truth. That's all that is. That's just the devil. The devil can't, and the devil is so unhinged right now. And that's why all his little minions and all of, the devil's agents here, all these agent provocateurs, they're all crashing out over little old me because the devil's trying everything he can and he can't conquer me because the devil can't
I
conquer
like
God.
that.
Newsflash. That's the fact. So,
God, that picture was August, July, August, around there.
like I said, let the
Like I
devil
said,
try and continue his feeble attempts. And, I told you, as far as y'all are concerned, I am God to you because I'm God in human form. And God is in my eyes. You can look in my eyes and see God straight up. Yeah, I am God to
this
you. I
is
just don't
God.
claim to be God. Like I said, God works through me. So just like the devil be working through all you 3-foot tall pigeons, yeah. Well, guess what? God be working through me. You feel that? Real talk. So, like I said, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's just beautiful. And like I said, I walk between realms. That's what people don't get. I sit at the right hand throne of God for real, man. I'm directly connected to God. I told y'all, whenever you see Batman moving, you're
Let's take a moment and just look at those teeth. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I'm lost in his eyes.
There's nothing. They just keep, I mean, you can just sit there and stand still and they just keep following you. There's
Oh
so
my
much.
God, they do. I'm moving right and left, and it's following me, dude. It's the whole
seeing God
never gonna
move.
see your whole
That's what
face
you have to
thing over
understand. There
again
is no
sort of
fear
thing.
here. Just like I
Exactly.
told y'all straight up, right in front of your face, looked y'all right in your eyes. And like I said, what did I see? Fear. And I told y'all this. I told you right in front of you, all of you, there is no fear here. I've looked y'all right in your eyes, right in front of you. And
All right. So this year we did the fucking Batman costume contest. And that was a big hit. We had a good time and that was fucking hilarious. That was a good hangout. We had fun making our costumes and shit like that. Next year we need to do like everyone print out a template or something like that. And we got to do a fucking pumpkin carving contest. We got to do it. If he's still alive next year, I think that would be great. That would be fun. Yay or nay?
told you I'm
Why
immortal.
not?
I'm an immortal vampire. Do you not get it? G checked and son, one homeboy. Like I said, I put down, I shut down all these illegal, organizations. Like I said, Empower Network, right? G checked, owned, right? That scooter store, same thing. G checked, owned, right? Had to pack up their bags and go do business somewhere else. I don't care. I don't care where you go do business at or if it got shut down, just as long as you're not operating there. You understand? Like that's the whole point. People don't get all
Not in
this is
my
me out
mall.
here. You know what I mean? Like real talk. If you're gonna go behind my back and be jelly, then you need to pack your
I got
bags
a
and go
rocket
do
piss.
business
Be right
elsewhere.
back.
Real talk. Tell me when I'm lying and when I'm wrong.
You're always
This
lying
is
and you're
America.
always wrong,
You'll
dude.
respect me and you'll respect my country. You feel that? Real talk.
I don't respect you.
So, like I said, people could say what they want, but I mean, how many of these folks are documented as backing down to me? Exactly. So I ain't took a L yet and
Yeah.
never will and never have, and I just don't. And like I said, all the desperation and the fake attempts and the fake stuff, I mean, that's just a waste of your time. There's never ever been a time that y'all have succeeded in anything. What y'all
In today's fast-paced world, finding a moment to
Sheriff.
rejuvenate both the mind and the body is more important than ever. At Burnick, we understand this need, which is why we've created the Burnick Halo Sauna, your
Don't
personal
listen to her.
sanctuary
She's a whore
designed
of
to deliver the
Babylon.
ultimate steam sauna experience wherever you are. So imagine a place where this can fit anywhere from your apartment, little or not, to your patio balcony, where you can unwind, detox, and revitalize all within minutes.
You whore.
Fuck you, I pinched it.
Well, you got to stop it within 30 seconds, otherwise he'll get paid. You don't want him to get paid.
man, I'm doing this for everybody.
I pinched it. I tried to save
I
us
want to
2
get that.
cents.
I want to get that thing that she has though, and put weed in it, and
What?
just like hotboxing that little sauna she just showed.
I have no idea. It was
I'm pretty
urinating.
sure you could. She was showing a little sauna that pops up and has a little hose coming off of it, and it goes into this box, and you put water into the box, and it heats it up and steams it up. I'm
Are you?
thinking you could rig that thing to just burn weed and hotboxing that all day.
You almost sound like you're suggesting for people to go back and watch Joey's commercials. Actually, I was looking
Never
at.
go back and watch this.
I was looking at homemade or home saunas where I was just like, hi, and you can buy like $300, $400, $500
Yeah,
a
that's what
home
this
sauna.
was.
Yeah, that's why, because that's the ads that I've been getting. Because I looked at one, so that's
But
my
I'm
fault.
saying we could get one of those and rig it to burn weed and just hotboxing it.
Fuck yeah. Anyway, I gotta finish my fucking pee thing, and then I'm gonna grab a beer. We got about when we're all said and done, about 10 minutes left. I'm gonna go put him back on normal speed. We're at $1.25. Let's go back to normal, and we'll finish it out. Let's go.
All right.
Buddy. You know what I mean? And that's my thing, bro.
No,
We
me.
should appreciate people more. Like, it shouldn't be this hard for me to be around people. And that's what I keep pushing and stressing. And, that's why I ask people for help and stuff, because even just asking people
He's
for
gonna
help,
cry.
it made me more a part of the community. I mean, me talking to people made me more
Lobster,
a
I was
part of
going to
the
say, you're
community.
getting a little
Me
racist there,
communicating. I mean,
buddy.
that's the thing. We're a
Say Jesus.
community out here. Y'all don't get, we're real tight knit out here. Like, real talk, whether you believe it or not. Like, we have a community out here. And like I said, I shout out to the Valley because there's good people in the Valley. We have a very tight knit community here. That's what I've learned over time. I didn't know it because I've always been very standoffish and to myself. And I just always kept myself separated from everybody because it's the way I was. It's kind of the way my father was. It's just how we are. And it's just, whatever. I don't know, maybe to protect myself, maybe just the way I am. I have no idea. But my point is, the more I've gotten involved, the more I really realize there's good people here. There's nothing but love. There's a lot of support. And, that as opposed to what I used to think, or, I guess a couple of bad apples or things that I went through in the past is polar opposite. So, clearly, the Valley, I have to give credit because
He is so on the verge of crying again right now.
Sheriff,
It's fucking.
me that
you
Yeah.
missed it. Lobster got hella racist on us. Look at the next comment.
No, let me see. I just sat back down. I could hear it, but let me go through the comments. All right, John Cole. Let's see if I can. Mimi. Oh,
He was trying to say my name, but it spelled out wrong. So.
fucking.
Fucking Lobster's over here making a Tarantino movie. Dropping more N-bombs than Tarantino himself.
Those goddamn Nigers. God.
I was wrong. I was wrong about a lot of them. You know what I mean? And not everybody. I mean, there's definitely some evil folks in the Valley that have had it out for me and are against me, and evil as hell. And there's a lot of criminals and corrupt. But I'm just saying, the Valley as a whole. It's not so much that I was wrong. It's that I wasn't wrong, but it was that there's been so many good people that I didn't even know exist. I didn't even know they were here.
So that's what I'm saying. God has really opened my eyes, man.
He's
God
so
has
desperate.
made things apparent. God has brought me people. He brought me people today. Folks helped me to record. We were talking about
No, they
everything. I
did.
mean,
Oh,
all
oh
that
yeah.
stuff matters. Like I said, the other dude, he owns the gym or manages one of the gyms over there. He was saying, let's work, let's talk. So I haven't talked to him yet, but maybe we'll
That
speak.
didn't
We'll see
happen.
what happens. You know, you never know with people, man. I have to see what it is because a lot of people, they see what it is and what I'm doing, and then some of them, feel
He just wants you to clean the bathrooms,
whatever. Some
Joey.
folks get jelly. It just depends. You know what I mean? But we gonna keep pushing no matter what and doing what we doing. And God will fix everything and handle
You know,
everything. Like I said, no matter what it is, God will fix it. God will fix it, man. But you just have to have faith, and that's truly what I believe. And it's the only way I got through all this, impossible stuff and survived all this impossible stuff. And I'm gonna say it again: we're vibrational beings, and when you live in a vibration of love, you can
I
conquer
know.
fear all day and you can pretty much do anything. And that's what I'm doing in front of you. So everything I ever kicked on radio or talked on here on the internet or at any point in reality, I proved it all. You know, they're going to be making movies about me, man. I can guarantee that regardless. I mean, I already earned that. They're going to make a movie about me. I can guarantee that. I've done too much. You know what I mean?
Brownsville
It's a
Buyers
whole
Club.
thing. So, I mean, there's going to be movies made about me. I'm a living legend, bro. I'm a legend. I'm going down in history. I'm talking about biblical history. And, like I said, if I had my way, I'm just getting started. God loved me. You know what I mean? That's all I know. Like I said, I didn't ask for much. I didn't ask for anything. I'm not even supposed to be here. And that's why I'm just thankful for everything, man. I can't thank God enough. You know what I mean? And that's the difference. You can hear it when I'm talking. I'm not lying. I'm not making this up. I'm not supposed to be here at all, bro. That's what y'all don't get. So I'm always thankful for everything because,
He's been
it's
really depressed lately. He's been crying we're going on 3 days now. And
We
now,
like that here.
does that sound like, you know, he's going to make decisions about his life right now? I'm not going to say things.
No.
all because of God,
He's too much of a
truly.
pussy.
You know what I mean? So that's what
Yeah.
makes me a real, like God told me, He said, there can't be a testimony without a test. There's been a lot of times I don't understand anything or this or what's going on or what is happening. Even now I have confusion. God told me not to lean on human understanding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He told me to keep my eyes on him and keep pushing. So that's what we're doing. So that's all I have to say, man. But just like I said, man,
Can't
like
get to my
we gonna stay pushing forward. You know what I mean? Folks is completely out of luck. If you against me, this is good luck, bro, because you in for a rude awakening. Like real talk. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like talk is cheap. Folks who can't listen and don't listen, I mean, you just doing yourself a disservice. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we remain on point and vigilant, like God told us, and we stay moving forward. All right. More money, because I'm gonna get paid for this one too, because I get paid to talk. Unlike you, that's right.
I think I really hate that too when he goes, more money. You're making it fucking 50 cents, dude.
All right, we'll talk to y'all later, man. I appreciate y'all. Much love. Easy.
All right. For some reason, I can't scroll down. Let me try and go full screen. See if I can't do it. Oh, no, I don't want to do that.
Eve to me
Stop!
is basically freedom. It's a giant
Why?
open universe where you can do
What
whatever
is
you
going
want.
Damn. For some reason, I can't scroll on my media assets.
What?
Let me do that. So I'm just going to end it and get out. Negasonic, thanks for coming up. Mimi, appreciate y'all.
No problem.
Did we
Thanks for
learn
having me.
anything? Did we learn
Nope.
anything?
Not a goddamn thing.
Not a god.
Not a goddamn
Chat.
thing.
It's too fucking early. Too late. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go and get. Appreciate.
Later, taters.
I've drank a lot of fucking beer in my lifetime, that's for sure. Many times to an excess that I'm not too proud of the fucked up shitty situations that I've managed to fist fuck my way into. I've learned a lot along the way though. I'll share that knowledge with you if it can prevent a fucking drunken grease fire. If it doesn't, you are the fucking grease fire.